Welcome to my nightmare.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Trigger Troy, and welcome back to Man of Horror, my horror pod where I talk all things scary. So we're almost at the mid-season finale next week, which is obviously going to be a mega episode. But this week, since last week was so hype, a two-parter, I wanted to keep this one pretty chill. So this week I'm gonna do my top 5 curse films, and then I'll review and rate the film Smile. I've been meaning to watch Smile for like a really long time, so I finally got around to it. So definitely stick around for the reviewing rating for that. But first, here is my top 5 curse horror films.
Whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
In fifth place, Halloween 6: The Curse of Michael Myers. All right, so look, I get it. This movie is a bit cheesy, you know what I'm saying? And admittedly, one of the worser, I know it's not a word, worse Halloween films. But it has some cool elements to it, some cool moments. And personally, I've said it before, I'm a sucker for backstory. So I was so excited when they, deepen Michael's backstory here, as corny as it was, the reality is, he was trying to kill his entire fucking family. And at some point you did wonder, okay, well, why? And thinking of the new Halloween trilogy and them taking it out for no damn reason, I would rather fucking have the corny mythology of the Thorn curse than just some crazy man who Lori teased one day and made him snap. And in retrospect, okay, maybe that's more realistic, but it didn't work for Michael Myers because the thing is, it made him more realistic, but why make someone like Michael fucking Myers realistic, right? Also, side note, young Paul Rudd is so fucking adorable in this one. It's funny, like I wonder if he even remembers doing this movie. It's so cool to see you know, bigger stars and like some of their earlier films. But next in fourth place, The Shining, such a classic from start to finish. I remember when I first saw The Shining, Jack Nicholson genuinely scared me. Like he plays crazy so fucking amazing. Like it's uncanny, man. Like I don't think anyone else can do well. I guess Heath Ledger technically, rest in peace, but anyway, um I love the curse of this film, turning its inhabitants to sadism and madness, it's simple but very effective. I think the thing about this one too that I love is that the setting has such a part of it. Like the hotel itself felt like a character. The grand staircase, the long hallway, the trippy ass maze, and then the visuals too, right? Like, I mean, of course, because Stanley Kubrick, but one of the weirdest is the fucking room with the guy, and he's like in like a bear suit or some shit, and he looks like he's about to go down on a businessman. It's just like it's wild, man. And I remember, so many other significant scenes in this movie that just stick with you. The blood from the elevators, the twins in the hallways, um, Jack Nicholson's character when he like busts through the door with the fucking axe, the here's Johnny shit. Like that's so iconic, man. In a third place, Drag Me to Hell. This movie is so fucking fun. Like I enjoy it every time I watch it. It's genuinely a good time. While I find myself laughing during most of it, you know what I'm saying? It is genuinely terrifying. The idea of having days before you're dragged, I mean, literally dragged to hell. And like, again, like, with this one too, the visuals were just wild as fuck. Literally. Like, it felt like the camera was moving with the movie in like the weirdest, most effective, best ways possible. But of course, again, this is a Sam Raimi film and it totally fucking feels like it. One thing I'm always annoyed about though when I watched this movie is the gypsy lady's decision to curse the main character, Christine. Because it's like, okay, look, number one, I'm not required to fucking help you. You know what I'm saying? This is my job. Like, I'm just trying to keep my job. um, and then two, all those damn fucking people that were at her funeral, but none of them can help her make payments. Like, she should have cursed their asses first. The fuck? But the old lady too, the gypsy lady, she was genuinely scary though. And like the car scene when she did, eventually go to curse her and stuff. Um, it was like that whole scene too. I'm just thinking in my head, like, why is this old bitch so strong? Like, what the fuck is this about? But overall, totally fucking fun ride. The main character again, Christine, she's definitely interesting to watch on her descent into like mini madness, and then the ending, so classic. I love it. Definitely gotta get it a watch if you haven't. In second place, of course, I had to do it. The Ring, such a classic. A Japanese horror and curses just like go hand in hand. I feel like at this point, um, and like while I've seen Ringu, I prefer The Ring for the visuals, and quality. Like, who remembers the first time they saw Samara come out of the TV though? Like that moment was so wild. I was literally like Brenda with the couch and popcorn scene that parodies it in Scary Movie 3. Totally me. Like in complete and total awe. And it's just genuinely dope to see. And then the curse is classic too. Watch the tape, die in 7 days. And I remember thinking like, just don't fucking watch it. And while that's true, being older, I realized the unfortunate side of human nature, especially in today's world. Curiosity will definitely get the best of most fucking people. Like, and pair it with a lack of discipline, I feel like at least 60% of the population, probably more in the US, would like watch the damn tape. um, and I can't help but think of Scary Movie 3 in the moment. When Cindy's on the phone, it's like, It's like, who's gay? Willie Mays? So fucking petty, man. Now, in first place, keeping with the J horror theme, the motherfucking Grudge. Ugh, long black hair never looked so terrifying. And that goddamn throat croak noise, so trippy. And it's funny because that's like a vocal warm up, right? Like vocal fry. But like the way they use it here is like this is not normal. I remember me and my brothers used to scare each other sometime when we were younger, and my older brother DeAndre, he would wait in like dark rooms sometimes if he knew I was gonna be coming into the room or something, and as I'm walking in, he would like slowly come out of wherever he was hiding, making the croak noise, and it would just get me every fucking time, every time. Anyway, again though, this one is a classic. I love that all of these curses never go away, and with this one, I think it's one of the most realistic, if not the most realistic horror movie curse, because I feel like this happens for real. If someone dies a violent death, that energy sticks around and it can create a curse. That's how you get haunted houses or cursed items or whatever the case is. So I think that shit is very real. And hopping back onto my parody brain, I'm thinking about Scary Movie fucking 4. And the parody that they did of this, I swear to God, so classic. I think I need to watch that tonight. Well, that was my top 5 cursed horrors. Now here's my review and rating of the movie Smile.
Fox, you've seen one too many movies.
Now, Sid, don't you blame the movies. Movies don't create psychos. Movies make psychos more creative.
All right. So with Smile, where do I start? I think the concept of Smile is very interesting. It's elevated horror, so it has those elements of depression and mental illness and how that can affect someone's point of view and even cause people who don't understand to look at you differently, right? I feel like if this happened to me, one, I'd be genuinely terrified. Like the smile thing is so effective, something so simple as a smile was turned into the creepiest thing. And you're the only one seeing it. So like that makes it just like 10 times worse. And I'll say, again, number 2, this curse, if it happened to me, would make me mad. I'd be pissed off because I people know me. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I would be looking at motherfuckers like, you know me, I ain't crazy, I ain't tripping. Like, why don't you fucking believe me? What's going on? Like what the fuck? um and actually point number 3, I also think I might piss off the curse too on some level because like I wouldn't actually be tripping out too. Like the reality is I know me and I wouldn't say anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? I would go in my head. Like the thing is with this one, you know what I'm saying, when you're cursed with it, it causes you again to see things and people act out and act a bit crazy. And it's like, obviously in films like that are in those situations, people are constantly trying to check you in and are you okay and all that. And it's like I genuinely would just shut the fuck up if I saw it in a room or something. Oh, they go that crazy shit. Just like put my head down, like try to avoid it, look in every other direction. Like the curse will be pissed off at me, so it'll probably go harder to get my ass. But uh, like the thing is too, and I think I'm definitely spoiled by Scream in that way. I hate films like this in the sense of their lack of meta. Like the awareness that this happens in every fucking film, nobody believes the person who's acting out or whatever the case is, or trying to get somebody to understand that some crazy shit is actually happening and they're telling the truth. Nobody believes them. Like that's never common knowledge in these films. But again, Scream fucking spoiled me. Damn you, Kevin Williamson. So with Smile, I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. 1 for story creativity. Again, it's an interesting idea, a curse that causes you to see weird ass smiling people who aren't there, who say fucked up shit, and cause you to slowly kill yourself. Definitely creative. And I heard too, I believe it was like the director or the writer, I don't recall where I saw it, I heard it, but they basically said that the curse is unbeatable alone. Like there was some kind of play into saying that, which leads me to believe like it can be beat with a group of people. But I don't know. And that leads me to my second star, which is watchability. It's a good watch. You want to see where it goes. And for that, personally, as I'm a sucker for backstory, I want an origin. Like, I want to know where the fuck this curse came from. And since it's unbeatable alone, I'm thinking there's going to be a sequel. And the way it ended, like the way that this one ended, it passes to someone who was helping the main protagonist in the beginning and who was the only person who believed her. So, yeah, who knows, right? Last star is for killer fear factor. Again, genuinely creepy thing, man. Like it's like the thing from It Follows, except it smiles. Like big creepy ass fucking smile. So overall, fun story, great acting. Definitely a good watch. Check it out.
Now clear your minds. It knows what scares you. It has from the very beginning. Don't give it any help. It knows too much already.
I want to say thank you guys so much for listening. Follow the official Instagram page for the pod, Man of Horror _podcast. And then join me next week for the mid-season finale mega episode where I do my top 5 Halloween movies, my top 5 Michael Myers kills, and I review and rate the recent Halloween H4O trilogy. You don't want to miss it. Until then, stay spooky, folks. Peace.